Hey everybody, it's Tafony here once again. Hope you're doing well. Today we are mispronouncing the Sovage Engineering L'Ecorcheur. L'Ecorcheur? L'Ecorcheur. It sounds like this. It's going to be really experimental. 3, it's going to be built like a tank. And 4, it's going to sound fucking amazing too. So we're going to go through all of those different things. I'll just say that like there's no manual for this thing, and I think it's all very loose, like the definition of like the glitcherizer and stuff. I'm not going to attempt to like demystify it because I don't even think that's like the idea. But we will try and go through it and explore it. What I'll say up front though, it's primarily a distortion, I would say. It is a filter, but it's not a low-pass filter. It's not a bandpass filter. It's somewhere in between. And my understanding, when you pick the zone, that sort of implies bandpassiness to me, but I think it morphs both in pole and filter state, so it goes somewhere. You know what, let's just hear it. So, hold on. Let's not hear so much. So this is just the L'Ecorcheur. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it as much as possible. So right now, this is with the resonance all the way down. So that's the resonance. And we're just listening to the main output still. I want to make that part clear. Turn it down a little bit on the output stage on my mixer. Filter sweeping through. We're just going to screw with it, to be honest. My understanding, it tries to preserve some of the low end. And for that reason, I think if I'm just guessing on the band passiness of it, I believe when you get into the low end, it will switch to band pass to preserve some of that in a way. Or at least it's voiced in a way that preserves that. For that reason, though, you can, not for that reason, but you are able to just, like, absolutely dime the resonance on this without, I don't want to say without it, like, feeding back or self-oscillating. Now, I wouldn't say without it going crazy, because by God, it's never going crazy otherwise, but yes. So now, there is a switch here for focus, and I thought this was all to do with the zone output, but this does seem to change the voicing of the filter a little bit, so I think it does change the zone output a little more, but you hear some change. Again, what it actually means, I don't know. Manual says low pass to band pass, 6 dB to 12 dB, depending on the position of the zone knob. Furthermore, some settings combined with the diz, which is the distortion, will enable you to generate a high pass. Well, you can kind of hear that in there. If you have your focus on, I think this means the slope is greater. Like that would be the 12 dB mode? I don't know. We're just guessing. And it doesn't really matter, to be honest. If you're going at this like with the perspective of being like, oh, you know what, I want to change my the range of my slope, right? I want to change the way in which this responds based on frequency, right? If you're thinking like there's like 12 dB per octave is going to be too much, I want you to hear what's going on right now. And for that reason, let's send VCA in again, just to tame this, so it'll allow me to get a little crazier with it, although this is absolutely mad. I don't know what that is. There's a sound to this that I've been, every time I'm with someone who actually knows what they're doing, I'm always trying to ask them, like, what I love in distortions and wave shaping is like, there's sort of a bias. It's not like wave folding, but sort of like bias is what my friend Max had described it as. But you hear like just it's almost like PWM, just and it's not phasing. I don't know how to like describe it. It's almost like how square waves have some brittleness. I'm just trying to like, I don't know. I'm like that guy in that meme who's connecting the dots on the board. But anyway, let's hear it. So we're setting a sequence now. And then this is the distortion, so if you turn it all the way off, it has a different character. We're still listening to just the main output. I'm going to bring in the other output in a moment. And this thing is so crazy that it's just like, go to the loose mode. That I just, like how you combine all these different tools of mayhem just gives you all these different timbres, which it's like so fun to like just go in here and mangle, right? So let's go to, I don't know, the saw wave now. I will say that saw wave sounds better. And then there's this clipper, which they call it controls the depth of the diode limiter. This function also increases the level of your signal, which can lower the input overdrive without activating it first. Saturation stage, too much. When he uses a brick wall limiter, though, like it says in the manual, it kind of starts to sound just like the sub-octave generator, which it kind of has. Anyway, mayhem, clipper limiter. And then there's also this glitcherizer. Glitch. Something else entirely. Each one has a different circuit. Yeah. Okay, so, well, here's how mine sounds. I don't know what that is. Apparently they don't either. I think the clipper makes it sound better, but not cranked, because then it kind of turns into this brick wall thing. And the glitcher sounds good, but when I was, whoa. Oh, I love that folding, but yeah, okay. Again, it's just chaos. So now let's listen to the zone output. I want to talk about what this is. So it describes it as like a sub-octave generator, which I hear at this moment. But I think it's supposed to be super glitchy intentionally, and it kind of... You know what, hearing in isolation, it doesn't even sound like a super different octave, but when you change the focus, this will jump out of phase. Oh no, I'm hearing it fully now. Yeah, when you crank the glitcherizer, so. I think this will also, in the case of mine, I guess, sort of like control how much that turns into the square wave. No, maybe not. Crank this up. I don't even know. This is behaving completely different from how it was when I was preparing for this video. So let's go into the output, and then we can mix it and compare in the scope. So if you're looking at it right now, the green wave is the green output, which is the zone output, and the blue wave is the output, which is hilarious because now it's doing the opposite of what was happening before. And what was happening before was the zone output was outputting a sub-octave in a square wave, and now it's doing the opposite. So let's listen to both now. Sorry, I was just listening to one. Let's hear both. So here's your zone output. Unplug this so you can listen to just zone. Oh yeah, so that sounds super subby. Okay, so I was listening to just the other output before. Okay. Oh, definitely subby. That sounds awesome. Again, like it's hard to know. And that's the fun of it, right? Just throw everything at it. So let's throw the main output on top of that. And as you go through the zone, you'll hear this, I just want to say real quick, like that is where it's at. Like if you don't use both, I think you're really missing the beef, the low end preservation of L'Ecorcheur. Filter, res up, distortion up, focus loose, input overdrive all the way. Yes. Let's take some LFOs out of line phaser and just CV whatever we feel like, CV1. CV1, what does it do? Zone, so it's sweep in the filter. Both in. Mayhem. We're still listening to that square wave. Let's go over to CV2. Oh, so we have 2. I don't know if you'd want to track full per octave on this, maybe? You could. Okay, here's the glitch riser going in. Oh, there's that wave folding sweep thing that I was sort of like hoping we could do with the input stage. That's wild. Let's go CV1. Yeah, take that glitcher down because we're setting CV to open up. Yeah. So that sounds great, but I want to send some drums to it as my first one. Here we go. Yes. So here's dry. Drums in, and here's the wet. Sorry. There we go. You can blend it in this case. You can't do that on board, but I'm doing it elsewhere. Oh, that low end. Yeah. All right, I'm tafony. Before I have too much fun, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that crap that YouTube is always on my case about not promoting to you, and I'll see you in the next video.